Hello and welcome to South Bay Sports Radio. Here's your host, Nick Ingram.
We're here at San Pedro High School. I've got the San Pedro Pirates boys basketball team before Saturday's Los Angeles City section semifinal match. We're here with AJ Bobich, Elias Redlew, Chris Morgan, and Ricky Alonso. AJ, coach's son, what's been the biggest thing for you as far as getting away from the whole coach's son aspect of basketball?
I feel like that. I feel like that people can see me as the coach's son, but I see him as coach when it comes to basketball.
Has that been hard to separate dad from coach?
It hasn't been too hard, but I would say that people might see me as like the coach's son, um, and they might think that I just get playing time or whatever just because I'm the son. But I feel like I proved myself that I belong on the court and that I should be there.
You led the league in 3-pointers, and now there's teams that are throwing defenses at you. How has that forced you to grow as a player?
That forced me to grow as a player because to be face guarded and try to find other ways to score other than just 3-pointers. Yeah.
As a sophomore, you guys made a run. How much has that experience helped you handle pressure moments now as a senior?
Especially in the playoffs, since it just the pressure, I'm used to it now.
Your dad, before we sat down, your dad was telling me a story about how you met Ricky. You went to shoot around at Peck Park, and you and your dad were playing 2-on-2 against Ricky and his uncle. What do you remember about that first meeting, and how have things transpired over the last 5-6 years?
Yeah, so I remember I met Ricky in 6th grade, and I just remember him as the basketball player that would play at lunch, and then I would talk to him every once in a while. I'd say something, but then it was COVID, and I seen him shooting at the park, and I just was being friendly and said hi, and then yeah, he asked me if I wanted to play, so we played.
How is his game elevated since playing at lunch at school?
Yeah, his game elevated a lot. I remember he wasn't that consistent as a shooter, and he didn't have much of a left hand, and then yeah, he's grown a lot throughout the past years.
What's something that you guys play tomorrow in the city section semifinals, but what's the biggest thing that coach has been talking about in practice leading up to this game?
I feel like our effort is a big part of being poised and just staying disciplined.
Beautiful. We have Elias Redlew, 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, track. Elias, how hard is it for you to juggle not only playing 3 sports, but holding over 4 GPA as well?
Honestly, they're all different skill sets that you need to have. But you just work hard each one day by day. You don't overcomplicate it, and of course, stick on top of your grades first. Always take the time out of your day to do your grades. The workouts can come after. There's always time to work on yourself. But I feel like balancing those 3 sports isn't that difficult because it's really easy when you have a good supporting system. The coaches are really supportive. My teammates are very supportive, and I just enjoy the energy of playing the different sports. And right now we're in basketball, and I'm enjoying the energy of we're going on a run, and I think we're gonna win it.
What went into the decision to commit to Colgate for football?
Um, I was on the way to New York, which is surprising. I was in the airport, and Coach Warner called me, and he was like, "We have a spot opening up. Somebody's out on injury and isn't playing no more." And he was like, "We really want you to come out, and we really want you to see the school." And so we've been trying to plan a visit, but ever since that day, players have been following me saying that they want me to be out there. Coaches have been following me, and it just felt like a family. It felt like being out here, how everybody's all homegrown and how everybody sees each other as brothers. So I think that was the biggest pivotal moment.
In football, you're double teamed a lot. In basketball, you're not the top option on offense, but you're a role player. How have you taken that and kind of taken it to be the team player when you've needed to?
Well, I just have a lot of trust in my coaches. Discipline is a big part of it. Coaches set up schemes. If they want me to get the ball, then I'll get the ball. They know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing, how hard I've worked and stuff like that. And in basketball specifically, I'm not the main guy as much as I am in football, but basketball, I play my role. I know what I can do to help us win. And I feel like I'm doing a good job at it.
Tomorrow's game, semifinals at Southwest. What are you looking for as far as atmosphere, energy, home support?
Well, yeah, of course, I want everybody that I know that we know to come out and support us because it's a big game. It's a really big game. One of the first teams ever to win a game like that, and especially in open. So I just want us to be able to push through. I want everybody to be there. The atmosphere, of course, is going to be crazy. Pedro travels, and I feel like all that energy is just going to make us play better because we're used to it. We've been in games like this before, so we think we're going to come out top.
The girls play at 2, boys play at 6. What time are you guys getting there?
We're probably going to get there. Some people will try to get shots up before, even before study them more, get your mind right before the game and things like that.
Now I have Chris Morgan and Ricky Alonso. Both of you guys are seniors. Chris, we're going to start with you. Coaches tell me that a couple years ago, they created a B team for the Frosh Soft. How have you seen your growth from freshman year, making the second team, to now where, you're 6'8", you're averaging a double-double almost every night?
Oh, man, I've seen videos of me back then when I used to play. It just was crazy to see the growth in how I used to play versus now. I think my growth came when I just decided that I kind of wanted to take it a little bit more seriously instead of just playing this as maybe something I just do in high school. But I just felt like I needed to make a change, and that's where that came from.
Coach says you're a fun-loving guy. At what point do you say, all right, cool, it's game time?
Yeah, I mean, in practice, I'm always making jokes or doing something I'm not supposed to. But when it comes to game time, that's where, yeah, just like you said, like a switch comes on. It's just like when we get out there, I just want it. Like that's my main focus. Like I'm not trying to be joking during games or anything. But yeah, I want it bad.
What's been the biggest thing for you guys this year? You go into the playoffs, 20-win team. You beat Narbonne the last night of the year, lowest scoring total of the season. But what's been the biggest thing for you that you've seen for this team's success?
I'd say energy, probably. Because usually some games will start off really slow, and that's a big thing that we need to progress from. We'll start off really slow, which opens up like just a game that we just don't want. So starting off slow and energy.
Tomorrow's game, Open Division semifinals. Not looking at the finals, of course, but what's the biggest key to tomorrow's game as far as hot start, consistency, energy?
Energy and staying poised. They're seed 1, so everybody thinks that they'd win. Or we just need to stay poised and just play as who we are, not to, like they're number 1 division. We can't think of them like that. We got to think of them as just opponents.
What's been the funnest part about this season so far?
Winning, and just my team. I love my team. So I'd probably say winning, though. Having that feeling after that win, especially after against Washington Prep, that was a great feeling. I just want to recreate that next game.
Ricky, you're up. So coach talks about how you first met and your development since then. What's been the biggest change that you've made to become one of the top shooters in the area?
The biggest change I made was working with coach every week, almost every day. Just going in the gym and my form right, extending my range. And I could see the progress in games, and it was all paying off.
How many shots would you say you put up on a daily basis?
At least 300 makes.
300 makes.
Yeah.
All right. How much extra time is that?
At least and now we're 30 every day.
You won the MVP at the Marquez tournament. What did that moment mean to you, seeing where you've come from and where you are now?
That moment meant a lot because I feel I know offensively, defensively, for the team. So it made me feel like I was doing my job, not just for myself, but for the whole team.
You got a 3.7 GPA, but to be a student athlete, what does that mean to you, knowing that without good grades, you're either not going to play or, your chances at the next level aren't going to be as much?
It's important to me because I know that's something that keeps me disciplined. My parents care about it. So that keeps my mindset on top of it. And that kind of keeps me in check for basketball too. Like if I can do this, I can do basketball also because I want to.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.